Sports Talk, brought to you by Cable 8, your local cable access channel. Gathered with me here tonight are the coach and captains of the winter track team, and I'd like to welcome all of you this evening. Thank you for coming to visit with us. I will introduce as best I can. I'll tell you what, Coach Murphy has been here with us a bunch of times. Let's go through the panel, and you introduce the first one, and we'll go right around the room, and you can introduce the one next to you.
To my right is Senior Captain Ben Harris. To his right.
Ben?
To my right is Junior Brian Foley.
To my left, Senior Captain for the girls team, Danielle Gentile.
To my left, Sean Geary, Captain, Senior for the boys team.
To my left, Kelsey Halou, girls captain.
Welcome. It's nice to see all of you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Coach, this is only half. You tell me.
We have 8 captains.
We have a very busy year this year.
We have a large girls team, 55 girls.
Excellent.
So we had elections, and I had 5 girls that were right up there, a lot of votes, well respected. So we went with 5 captains. And that helps me out because of so many girls. I can put girls and captains in charge of different areas, different events, and helps out the coaching staff.
That's a great way to start off the season.
It is.
And on the boys' side, we have how many bodies?
We have, what, 40, 45?
Yeah, about 44, I think.
44.
It's a good turnout.
And these guys got a lot of votes, and they're well respected. That's who the boys wanted.
They're all new faces to me, Coach. Are we young and rebuilding here?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a big rebuilding year. 55 girls, we have 2 seniors. That's it. And they're here. And boys, 4 or 5? 5. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores.
Okay.
So the future looks good.
Ben, give us your 30-second resume. How many years with the team?
This is my 4th year with the team. I was injured my freshman year, so I didn't really run that much. I'm a miler, mostly, and I was on the 4x8 team last year. And my record is 4:42 in the mile, which I ran at Reddy Lewis at a class meet last year.
Excellent. Excellent. Good times.
Yes.
So that's your one and only event? You're a long distance guy?
Yeah, normal meets, just the miler, but I'll do the 4x8 relay, 4x800.
Excellent.
And he'd love to run the 2 miles someday.
Brian?
I'm only a junior this year. My freshman year, I ran the hurdles indoors, and this year and last year, I ran the 600 and the 4x4 relay. So this will be my 2nd year doing the 4x4, which is usually the event that can change the outcome of the meet.
That's a turning point. They
Right.
run that close to the end of the meet?
In some cases it will. Last year that's where we won against Mansfield.
So that's the all-out. This is the 5 points we need to get this done.
Correct.
And how about Danielle?
I've been running for 4 years now. I do distance. Freshman and sophomore year, I did a lot of the mile. And last year and this year, I've been doing the 2 mile pretty much all the time.
You do it in the spring as well?
Yeah, I do.
So you're out there running the streets in the snow and the ice? And
Yep, we running it all year.
okay. And Sean?
This is my 4th year of running. Freshman, sophomore year, I ran a lot of the mile. Junior year, tried out the 2 mile for a bit. And senior year, I'm doing everything from the 1,000 to the 2 mile. And I'm in the 4x4 with Brian.
Spreading yourself around.
Yeah.
So these are the guys, the 4x4 guys with a lot of kick.
Good speed, good endurance, mentally tough. Got to run through the pain if you want to win.
Excellent. Kelsey, tell us a little bit about you.
This is my 4th year running, and I do hurdles. I've done them all 4 years, and I also do the 50 and sometimes the 300.
Another one of the speedsters.
Yeah.
We still have some field events, shot put, and
Shot put and high jump.
do we have any big burly guys off the football team willing to do that?
We do have some big boys. Relatively inexperienced, but they're learning.
No.
Jimmy Kaminsky tried it out last year, and he's gotten just bigger and stronger. He's going to help us. He was sick on Saturday, so we didn't have him. That would have helped in that meet. And Colin Donnelly, who transferred from Norwood. Mother moved over here. He's probably 280, or is he bigger than that? 6'4".
Close. Yeah.
Just standing there, he can heave it. So that'll help.
That shows some promise on that side of the fence. Other sports besides track, you do spring and winter?
I do spring and winter, and I do soccer in the fall.
Soccer in the fall?
Yep.
And we're still struggling there?
Definitely. It's young, same as with track. We're a really young team. Soccer.
Yeah, I interviewed Coach in the fall and had some high hopes and a lot of close games. We just didn't have the key scorers to
Right.
get some points on the board for ourselves. Played great defense.
Yeah.
Excellent. Brian, how about you? Other sports besides 2 seasons of track?
I do spring and winter track, and I'm also a co-captain for the golf team in the fall.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Boys did well in the fall?
Not as well as we would have liked, but we didn't have any seniors on our team this year. We had, I think it was 6 juniors and 2 sophomores in our starting lineup. So we ended up going to the state qualifying match and just missed going to finals. So we'll be ready next year for it.
Well, you primed yourself for a nice season next year. You'll have a half a dozen seniors and that much more experience.
Right. We'll be ready for that next year.
Excellent. Danielle, how about you besides track? What else do you do?
I do spring track in the spring, and I do cross country in the
Oh,
fall.
you are a so three-season runner.
Yeah. It's always running.
MVP, cross country MVP.
In the,
Two of them right there.
in the fall.
Yep.
One of each, huh? Excellent. Excellent. Who we got there? Sean.
Yeah. Well, I'm captain of spring track, and I also do cross country, captain of that too. And I was also MVP.
Were these guys with me? Did I interview you in the fall?
No, you weren't here.
I was not available.
We
Okay,
had,
so that's why I haven't seen these faces.
That's right. We had a young lady for her first time doing the interviews.
Yes, I had a chance to speak with her.
Yes. Did a great job.
I'm glad to hear that. See, none of us are indispensable, right? Just move on.
That's right.
Kelsey, how about yourself?
Yeah, I just do winter and spring track.
Take the fall off,
Yeah.
work on the grades,
Yeah.
and what's the college situation for you?
I haven't gotten in anywhere yet.
Where are we
but
looking?
UMass mostly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Specialty? Don't know yet?
I'm not really sure.
Sean, how about you?
I want to go into financing or banking, and I'm looking forward to going to like Bentley or Bryant.
Good schools? Good
Yeah.
business schools?
I'm going for fashion design, actually.
Excellent. What are the big schools for that?
I'm really looking at Mass Art because I took a tour. I liked it a lot, and Parsons is my other.
Mass College of Art. We know that campus, don't we, Coach?
Yes, we do.
It was named had a different name, but that's where Coach and I did our secondary ed. You're a junior.
I'm looking at Johns Hopkins or Cornell. Are my top 2 choices. And
Oh,
electrical engineering.
Science geek. What
Smart
kind of
kid.
engineering?
Electrical engineering?
Oh, excellent. Excellent. If you want a safety, there's a good program at UMass Dartmouth.
Yep.
My youngest son just graduated with a degree in computer engineering. So
I'm actually, I think Villanova is going to be my safety school.
Villanova?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice pick. Good. So we all have our aspirations set high.
Yep.
Paperwork's all in.
Yes. Got my
Right
last
after
one.
the first of the year, we start getting letters.
Actually, I hear this Thursday from Villanova, so interesting.
One in. Excellent. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So, as captains, you're the second, third, fourth, and 10th set of eyes for a coach when he can't be everywhere. There's a lot of stuff going on in these indoor meets. Most of them at Franklin, and we go to Reggie Lewis.
Right.
We run a dual or quad. Dual or tri.
Tri meets in the winter.
Tri meet. So you see everybody in the Hawk once.
Yes.
Okay. Meets outside of, after, during, middle. I know there are state and regional meets, and you got your Hawks. And
once we get into the invitational meets, we go into Boston to the Reggie Lewis Center, and we see much faster times there because the turns on the track are wider and also the turns are banked. So once we go in there, we start seeing a lot more people qualifying for the class meets, and that's where we go in for the class meets, then all states and New England's after that.
Okay, Danielle, what's the strength of the ladies' team this year?
I think we have a pretty good team this year, actually. We, Kaylin Pacelli, who ran a shorter distance last year, she's also a captain, is running the 1,000 this year, and she's really good. We have a new freshman, Sarah Andres, who is going to be amazing. She's running really well. She does the 2 mile with me. Brittany Gruder is another one on the team, and she had a really good season last year. She was injured during cross country, so she had to take some time off, but she's getting back up there. I think we're going to have a good team this year.
Excellent. Sean, strengths of the boys team this year?
Well, we're a lot smaller than last year, and we don't have a lot of upperclassmen, so we have at least one solid runner in each event, so we can look forward to that, but we're not as deep as teams such as Mansfield or North Attleboro.
So they're able to put 2 or 3
2 or
premium
3
runners into an event, and
where we can only put in like maybe 1 or 2 at the most.
one best, and then you've got to fill.
Yeah.
And does that progress for you during the course of the year as your newer runners get their times down and start to gravitate toward the events that they like, and you start altering your placements a little bit?
Yeah, because the younger runners, they'll see, oh, I want to work harder and try to help out the team a little more. So they've really put they're hard working this year.
Excellent. Kelsey, other up-and-coming stars besides your freshmen? People that are going to come and succeed you, like who's your competition in your event, who's going to run the second, third slots with you?
Well, for my event, we have one junior hurdler, Mary Beth, who's really good. And there's a lot of freshmen and sophomores trying it out this year for the first time. And I think they could be some competition because they're trying really hard. So.
Are we grooming some more sprinters to carry on after you go?
Yeah, there's a lot of new sprinters, so hopefully they'll do a good job.
You guys are all distance, right? We don't have any short events. No boy sprinters with us.
No.
I'm probably the shortest distance for the boys. I run the 600 for the boys that are here. That's probably the shortest event. But so that's more mid-distance.
We're grooming some boy sprinters. We got some youthful sprinters, Coach, to carry on.
Yeah, we had a couple boys this year that were injured that couldn't come out. James Saunders, he would have helped us. He hurt his shoulder playing lacrosse. And Joey Nixon got hurt in a gym accident. So those are two voids we have to fill. We have a senior, Steve Valencia, who's been working pretty hard. And then we get a bunch of young kids that ran varsity this past Saturday for the first time. It's going to take some time, though. Your experience counts for a lot.
Sort them out.
Plus the training. Yeah, it takes a while to get strong, learn the technique, get a good start out of the blocks.
So you've been thinned out a little bit by injuries. The girls' team healthy?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Most of your performers are in good shape?
Yeah.
You haven't had a lot of time with the kids so far yet, Coach, either, right? Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Monday after Thanksgiving, we had 2 weeks of training up to the Jamboree, which was 2 Saturdays ago. And then this Saturday we had our first meet. So it's only been 3 weeks, and the weather hasn't cooperated. Last week's snow kind of fouled us up. We were in the corridors doing stairs and hallways when we should have been outside doing long, consistent, sprint work and distance work.
So
last
Thursday
winter
messed you up.
yeah, last winter was great. We get outside a lot. We didn't have a lot of snow, and already we've had a couple storms, and it's still December.
Got you early.
Yeah.
That's tough on you because you need to see the kids outside and what they can do
Yeah.
on the road and sprinting. You do your sprints in the parking lot, that kind of stuff? Or?
Usually, yeah. Now we're running down a straightaway, and you have to jog around the turn and go slow so you don't knock some teacher over or a principal.
Excuse me. You've seen in the Jamboree a little bit of activity. Who's the competition this year? Who's the class of the league?
Well, Mansfield and North Attleboro are always bringing out a good team just because of their size. They have so many more kids to pick from.
Pure numbers?
Right. They can always bring out good runners, and they have the seniors that are still there, where we don't have as many seniors to fill in. But I think that once the underclassmen get their experience, we're going to start seeing them performing better than what they have.
Dark horses
I mean,
in the league?
in the league,
Who showed some promise in the Jamboree that might come out of the woodwork and challenge some of these upper echelon teams?
I mean, besides North Attleboro and Mansfield, Franklin's also got a pretty big team, so they got some depth there. Oliver Ames actually kind of surprised us a little bit. They have some pretty good runners up there, but there's really can't see anybody really taking down Mansfield or North Attleboro just due to their size.
Just pure numbers. They
Right.
just keep running guys at you. They can put 3 studs in an event
But
when you.
depth is so important. I mean, even as long as they can throw one person in to take up those third place 1 points, it's so crucial to the meets, especially since we lost our last meet by one point. So a third place would have changed the whole meet.
So we won't see much shine from KP, Canton, Sharon.
KP's always been pretty strong. They're strong in cross country this year, so they're going to be another close meet like Oliver Ames. But Sharon and Canton, we've always had an edge on them since they're small teams as well.
Stoughton in the mix this
Stoughton
year.
would go along with like Sharon and Canton. They're part of the smaller teams of the league.
So Franklin probably third.
Yeah, Franklin's
best.
up there with Mansfield and North Attleboro. They had a strong cross country season.
How about the girls' side, Danielle?
OA actually has some really good girls for distance. And, yeah, it's just the same. They have Mansfield, Franklin, North. They have just really big teams, and it makes it so much easier to get all those points when you've got a lot of girls to put into the events so they can take all the places. Just easier for them. We are at a disadvantage. We're a really small team.
Kelsey, does running the tri-meet, having 3 teams out there, does that help or hinder your ability to perform?
I think it helps because most of the tri-meets will have one really good school and then one school that's not quite as good, so they're better competition. So, like, we run closer times, so it's like you try harder because it's like 2 meets in one, kind of.
Yeah, you only get one shot at both of them.
Yeah.
So it's an incentive. If you're trying to keep up with the better team, you're more than likely to beat the team that you think is inferior.
Yeah, because you have the good team and then you're trying to keep up with them, and so you're pretty evenly matched with the other team, so it's a good race.
So who was the first meet with, and how did we fare?
We went against Mansfield and Oliver Ames, and Mansfield, just again to their size, we didn't really stand a chance against them. And Oliver Ames, it was really close it came down to we needed 16 points, and everything except one event went right for us, and we needed second in the high jump, and we ended up tying for second in the high jump, and we lost the meet by 1 point.
Ooh. Now, high jump on both sides, boys and girls, right?
No, just the boys. The boys and girls have separate scores.
The girls, no, but the girls run high jump as well.
Yes.
And what kind of heights are we hitting with the high jump?
Do they hit 6 feet?
6 feet.
Yes.
Watson's 5'4".
Yeah, I think 5'4",
5'4",
and then close to 6 feet.
And Zupanik took first.
Yeah, we had first, and
We
then
had
tied
first
for
and we
second.
tied for second. We needed first and second.
Ooh.
We needed a second in the 2 mile, which we got. We needed to win the relay, which we got. So we came up short by 1.
Just a point, huh?
Which is why those third places are really so important, because they changed the meet.
Well, and again, it's just sheer numbers, and if you haven't got them, you're always fighting an uphill battle. Coach and I have sat in front of this camera numerous times discussing the uphill battle because of your pure student population. You don't have the bodies to draw from.
Right.
And along with that, we continue to multiply the number of sports offerings and opportunities for your fellow students to participate in. So it's harder to find somebody who's sitting around not participating in something,
Right.
and get them to come over and run with you.
I mean, we've been kind of lucky. We've had a strong track team in the past, so it kind of helps kids want to join the track team because they know that we've been successful. So, like in the past, like soccer, football just dominated us because we haven't been strong in a while, and football's been really good. But for track, we've been really successful in the past few years.
You guys have hung in well. I know we've, again, I've been here for a number of interviews over the years, and you just keep staying in there and battling, and I'm sure you guys are out recruiting, trying to get some more bodies in that you think would help the team.
Yeah, especially the shot putters and those guys.
You can join any time.
The younger kids. Coach, you still running a little spring thing down, summer thing down at the middle school? You have a little camp down there that you run for
Yeah,
a
I
recreation
have every
program?
summer for quite a while.
It's
Kind of a
this-
general conditioning for anybody trying to get in shape for a fall sport, whether it be to build speed or endurance.
Yeah, do you draw any of the younger kids that eventually become your...
Yeah, I've had a few junior high kids come and join us, a couple of elementary kids. Mostly it's high school kids. I've had a few adults. You're welcome to come run anytime.
I'm afraid my running days are close to over. I lost the spirit some time ago. But thank you for the invitation. I don't think I could lap anybody. So as the season goes on, you get your meets, and then you start going into the invitationals and stuff. Coaches seem to come up with some pretty strong performances. Like Brian said, once you get into the Reggie Lewis and you get the banked corners and stuff, people's times pick up a little bit. A lot of run
Yeah.
a lot of personal bests in there.
A lot of records. Foxborough has had a lot of records in the past. Even a season like this when we don't have a real strong team because of the size of our league, when we get in there we have some good individuals we put together for some good relay teams, and we've gone pretty far. We usually have several people in the all-state meet, and we've gone to the New England several times. Some teams have gone down to the Nationals. So even though, we're not looking at an 8-0 season, everybody's going to improve as an individual. So you still have goals and still things that are going to make it a successful season, regardless of the record.
So
That's more important.
You're creating opportunities because the kids get to run against runners they haven't seen because they don't run outside the Hockomock until these invitationals come about.
Yeah, we'll be in there in a couple of weeks. There's a freshman-sophomore meet early in January, or second week in January. And there's the class relays, state coaches invite, the elite meet. They take the top 24 teams in the state in every event. And the next day they'll have everybody else 25 and on. So there's some weekends we're in there both days, Saturday and Sunday. Then the Hawkmock Championship will be the second Saturday in February, at 8:45 in the morning. Next week we'll go class meet, followed by the All-State, and then the New Englands. Then a couple weeks off, and we'll jump into spring.
Yeah, it just seems like the season goes by in a flash. You can't wait for it to get here, and then you get that Monday after Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden, it's February.
Yeah.
Quick question that I usually ask the kids: aspirations to run in college or beyond high school?
At first, when I was going to college, it was mostly academic, but now that I've done with my applications, I think I'm going to try to run varsity when I get in. I'll look at that.
Make a run at it?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
I'll definitely run
I
club.
know you got 2 years to think about it, but
I've already been thinking about it. I know that wherever I go, I want to run track, and I know that I would like to go to a D1 school to run track there, but we'll see what happens over the next 2 years.
crossing bridges. Danielle, how about you?
Well, I'm going to art school, so I don't know if there'll be many running opportunities for
I
me.
guess you're going to be running. You're going to be running around the Fenway in between classes just to.
But after a cross-country season, a couple colleges sent me letters, so I applied to both schools, so I might. I mean, I would consider it.
check it out and see if they got an art program. Sean?
Yeah, I definitely want to run in college. Wherever I go, I'm definitely going to run cross country and track.
Want to take a shot? Kelsey?
Yeah, I want to try to run in college. Hopefully I'll make it. So.
Okay. Well, it's been fun having you with us this evening. Wish you well through the rest of your meets, and continue your improvement and continue to work with those underclassmen who you need to improve to succeed. Succeed you as you move on to the next level. And Coach, best of luck with all of your squads, and through the course of the season. We'll be watching you in the Foxborough Reporter, and I don't know if the crew gets out to do a meet when you're over in Franklin or not.
They come into Reggie Lewis.
Camera crew comes in with Reggie
The
Lewis.
last few years they've been great. They've carried our Hockomock Championship meet and our class Division III meet. So big thank you to Cable 8 for that. Done a great job.
Well, thank you again. Thank you all for coming, and best of luck during the course of the season. And this is Dick Kelter saying thank you for watching Sports Talk, and good night.